It is a Tuesday morning. You are sitting at your kitchen table with a cup of coffee. You open your bank app to check your balance, and something feels wrong. Your Social Security deposit hit your account, but the number is lower than you expected, not by a little, by hundreds of dollars. You think maybe it is a mistake, maybe the government made an error, so you call Social Security. You wait on hold for over an hour, and when someone finally picks up, they tell you something that stops you cold. That amount is correct, sir. That is your permanent benefit. Permanent. That word just hangs in the air. You realize the decision you made months ago, the one you thought was protecting you, actually locked you into a lower payment for the rest of your life. And now there is nothing you can do about it. This is happening to millions of seniors across America right now. And today I'm going to make sure it does not happen to you. I am Milena. I am a senior policy analyst specializing in Social Security rules, retirement law, and benefits protection for older Americans. And I need to be honest with you. What I am about to share in this video concerns me deeply, because this is not some obscure rule that affects a handful of people. According to data from the Urban Institute and AARP, more than 2.3 million Americans rushed to file for Social Security in just the first 7 months of 2025. That is a 16% jump from the year before. Many of them made a claiming decision driven by fear, and that fear may end up costing them thousands of dollars every single year for the rest of their lives. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly what this mistake is, how the government's own numbers prove it could cost you over $18,000 a year, and what you can still do right now to protect yourself. But please, stay with me until the very end, because there is a hidden protection, a government form most people have never heard of. That could give you a second chance even if you have already made this mistake. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 63 years old. He lives in Ohio. He worked for 31 years as a plant supervisor. Good job, steady paycheck. He paid into Social Security every single year without missing one. In early 2025, Robert started seeing headlines. Social Security is running out of money. The trust fund is going broke. Congress is not doing anything about it. Then he heard that Social Security offices were cutting staff. He tried calling the SSA hotline one day just to ask a question. He was on hold for over an hour and eventually gave up. Robert got nervous. He sat down with his wife Linda one evening and said, "We need to lock in our benefits now before they take it away from us." So at 62, Robert filed for Social Security. His full retirement age benefit would have been $2,500 a month. But because he filed 5 years early, his benefit was permanently reduced by 30%. He started receiving $1,750 a month instead. Robert thought he was being smart. He thought he was beating the system. But here is what Robert did not know. If he had waited until age 70, his benefit would have grown to $3,100 a month. That is a difference of $1,350 every single month. Over a full year, that is $16,200 Robert is leaving on the table. And because every future cost of living adjustment compounds on that lower base, the real gap grows even wider as the years go on. Now Robert is 63. He cannot undo what he did. He used his one-time withdrawal window without knowing about it. And Linda, his wife? When Robert eventually passes, her survivor benefit will also be based on his reduced amount. Not the higher one he could have earned. One decision, made out of fear. And it will cost Robert and Linda for the rest of their lives. I do not want this to be your story, so let me walk you through exactly what the government rules actually say. No rumors, no speculation, just the official facts. All right, let us start from the beginning with the core rule. The Social Security Administration says you can start collecting retirement benefits as early as age 62, but, and this is the part millions of people miss, the age you start collecting permanently sets the amount you will receive for the rest of your life. The Social Security Administration's own website states it clearly, quote, "The benefit amount you first receive sets the base for the amount you will receive the rest of your life." End quote. There is no catching up later. There is no reset at 65 or 67. The number you start with is the number you live with forever. Now your full retirement age depends on when you were born. If you were born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement age is 66. If you were born in 1955, it is 66 in 2 months. It goes up by 2 months for each year after that. And if you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. At your full retirement age, you receive 100% of your calculated benefit. Not before. So what happens if you claim early at 62? If your full retirement age is 67 and you claim at 62, Social Security reduces your benefit by up to 30% permanently. Let me put that in real dollars. If your full benefit at 67 would be $1,000 a month, claiming at 62 drops it to $700 a month. That is $300 less every single month for the rest of your life. Now here is the other side of this equation. For every year you delay past your full retirement age, Social Security adds 8% to your benefit. That is called the delayed retirement credit. And it continues growing all the way until age 70. So if your full retirement age benefit is $1,000 a month at 67, waiting until 70 increases it to $1,240 a month. That is a 24% bonus, permanently. Now let me show you the 2026 numbers straight from the Social Security Administration. If you retire at age 62 in 2026, the maximum possible benefit is $2,969 a month. That is about $35,600 a year. If you retire at your full retirement age in 2026, the maximum benefit jumps to $4,152 a month. That is nearly $50,000 a year. And if you wait until 70, the maximum benefit is $5,181 a month. That is over $62,000 a year. The difference between claiming at 62 and waiting until 70? $2,212 a month. Over $26,000 a year. Now, not everyone earns the maximum. But even for someone with above average earnings, the gap between claiming at 62 and waiting until 70 easily exceeds $18,000 a year. That is the number in our title, and it is real. And here is something many people forget. Every January, Social Security applies a cost of living adjustment. In 2026, that adjustment is 2.8%, but that percentage applies to your base benefit. If your base is higher because you waited, you get a bigger dollar increase every single year. The gap between early and late claimers actually widens over time. It never closes. So why are so many people claiming early right now? This is where it gets troubling. An AARP poll from August 2025 found that among Americans 50 and older who recently claimed early or were thinking about it, 49% said they did it because of media reports that Social Security is, quote, running out of money. Another 20% said they were worried about staff cuts at Social Security offices. And 17% said they could not get through to the SSA by phone or online, so they just filed early to make sure they got something. Here is the truth. Social Security cannot run out of money. It is funded by a continuous stream of payroll taxes that come in every pay period from every working American. The trust fund reserves are projected to face a shortfall by 2034. But even if Congress does absolutely nothing, which is the worst-case scenario, Social Security would still pay 81% of scheduled benefits from ongoing tax revenue. Benefits might be reduced. They will not disappear. And filing early out of fear guarantees you a lower benefit. That is the real risk. Now, there are a few more traps I need to warn you about. If you claim Social Security early and you are still working, there is an earnings limit. In 2026, if you are under your full retirement age, you can earn up to $24,480. But for every $2 you earn above that limit, Social Security withholds $1 from your benefits. So you could file early, keep working, and then discover that a big chunk of your benefits is being held back. Now, I want to be fair here. The Social Security Administration does recalculate your benefit when you reach full retirement age to give you credit for those months they withheld. The money is not gone forever, but the process is confusing and many people panic when they see those missing payments. There is also a tax trap. If your combined income, that is half your Social Security plus all your other income, exceeds $25,000 for a single filer or $32,000 for a married couple filing jointly, then up to 50% of your Social Security benefits become taxable. Go above $34,000 single or $44,000 married, and up to 85% becomes taxable. And finally, there is the Medicare trap. If you decide to delay Social Security past 65, that is perfectly fine, but you must still sign up for Medicare at 65. If you do not, you face a late enrollment penalty on your Part B premium of 10% for every full 12-month period you were eligible but did not enroll. And that penalty stays on your premium for as long as you have Medicare. It never goes away. All right, Now that you understand the rules and the traps, let me give you 3 concrete steps you can take right now to protect yourself. Step 1. Check your personalized numbers before you make any decision. Go to ssa.gov/my account and create your free My Social Security account if you do not already have one. This will show you your estimated benefit at age 62, at your full retirement age, and at 70. These are personalized numbers based on your actual earnings history. Do not make a decision based on what your neighbor got or what you heard on the news. Look at your own numbers, write them down, compare them. That difference between 62 and 70? That is the real cost of claiming early for you, personally. Step 2. If you already claimed early and it has been less than 12 months, you may still have a second chance. Most people do not know this. The Social Security Administration allows you to withdraw your application within 12 months of your benefit approval. You file Form SSA 521, which is called the Request for Withdrawal of Application. You will have to pay back every dollar you and your family received, including anything withheld for Medicare premiums and taxes. But once you withdraw, it is as if you never filed. You can reapply later at a higher benefit. You can only do this once in your lifetime, so if this applies to you, act carefully and act quickly. And if you are past the 12-month window, but you have reached your full retirement age, there is still another option. You can ask Social Security to voluntarily suspend your benefits. While your benefits are paused, you earn delayed retirement credits of 8% per year. Your benefits will automatically restart at 70 at a higher amount. But remember, during the suspension, you must pay your Medicare Part B premiums out of pocket, and any spousal benefits on your record will also be suspended. Step 3. Get your Medicare enrollment right, regardless of when you claim Social Security. If you are approaching 65, do not wait. Sign up for Medicare during your initial enrollment period, which starts 3 months before your 65th birthday. It does not matter if you are still working. It does not matter if you plan to delay Social Security until 70. Medicare enrollment at 65 is a separate decision. Miss it, and you will pay a penalty that follows you for life. Before I let you go, I need to say something important. The rules around Social Security, Medicare, pensions, and taxes change. They change more often than most people realize, and the consequences of missing an update can be devastating. A new earnings limit, a new COLA adjustment, a new deadline. One missed change can cost you thousands. And I want to be honest with you. YouTube notifications are not reliable. The algorithm decides what you see and when you see it. You might miss the one video that matters most to you. That is why I am asking you to do something right now. Click the link in the description below this video. It will take you to our Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. When you join, you will be able to download a free senior benefits protection guide. It covers Social Security, Medicare, pensions, bank rules, insurance policies, and even airport travel regulations for seniors. And more importantly, you will receive real-time alerts when a rule changes, when a new deadline approaches, when there is something you need to know to protect your money, your benefits, and your peace of mind. This channel is free. It takes 10 seconds to join, and it could save you thousands of dollars. I see you, I hear you, and I am not going to let you navigate this alone. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button and share it with someone you love, your spouse, your sister, your neighbor down the street. Because right now, millions of seniors are making this mistake, and most of them do not even know it yet. I am Milena. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. And I will see you in the next one. Stay informed, stay protected,